I'm Randy Reid, editor of the Edison Report, and we're here at the IES Lumen Gala, and I am joined by Francesca Bettridge of Cline, Bettridge, Bernstein. And Francesca, you have just won a citation for the illumination of a historical building for the Daryl Roth Theater. Tell us a little bit about this job.
Well, it is the building is a classical building, and it's a landmark of New York. And the challenge was to illuminate a historic classical building in a natural style. So we began, when this daylight hits a building, the shadows fall in a certain way and the detail of the building is brought out. Now this is on a very tight site, and it's in an urban setting. It's right on a very busy corner. And so we didn't want to be putting fixtures that were lighting up, creating almost Halloween effects. We wanted it to illuminate the entire facade, and we wanted it to appear as natural as it would through the sunlight, and to bring out those features. And because it's a off-Broadway theater, there is no marquee on a classic building. So the whole building illuminated becomes the marquee for the theater itself. And the challenge was that a landmark building, you have to go through the landmark process. You have to be very careful of not injuring the fabric of the building. It has to be as invisible as possible so that you don't see the fixtures, and that anything can be really removed. And so there was no fixtures that existed that could do this. Okay. So we embarked on the challenge of designing a custom fixture that would both illuminate down the 60 feet of the theater and also illuminate up the balustrade, and also float there off of the edge and be as invisible during the day and night as possible.
Color temperature, does it change?
3,000.
3,000 straight up.
Yes.
And when you talked about you don't want this Halloween effect, you're talking about shadows, right? You don't want a lot of
because
the shadows.
if you attach things, let's say into the windows only, or onto different parts of the building, first of all you'd see them, but it would throw shadows up, and you'd get harsh shadows across, and you wouldn't bring out all the wonderful detail that is part of the building. So it was to try and do it in as natural a way as possible, but with something that didn't exist.
So I think of CBB as a lighting designer, but now I understand you're also a fixture designer.
Well, I think that lighting designers have to be able to do both, and that we first were working with a manufacturer who then pulled out at the last second. And then we were fortunate enough to work with Acolyte.
Okay.
And so there was a lot of work back and forth. We had a wonderful client, a client that had great patience, because it took 5 years to go through all of this, and also was willing to do a full-scale mock-up. We said we really need to prove, since we're really designing the photometrics and the fixtures, it's going to work. So they were willing to pay for it and to bring it up on the side of the building, and we turned it on, and it worked even better than we thought it was going to.
Well, I can't wait to see this job in person. And thank you so much, and congratulations.
Thank you very much.
Okay.